This is Hookergate. This is one of the biggest embarrassments to Obama. Now you say, well, why are you jumping all over it? Because the man has so many scandals that he can escape because of the obvious reasons that I don't have to go into them every time I say a word about Obama. Do I have to second guess myself? Do I have to say a mea culpa? I won't do it anymore. Let's start with the fact that the last NASA rocket was sent to a museum today. That's impeachable, what he did to NASA. This president took apart the military, starting with NASA. He is destroying us from top to bottom, and he gets away with it. The only reason you're paying attention to the hooker scandal is because you're a lowlife. You're a lowlife whose brain has been destroyed by the media, where all you think about is sex, 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 sex. So since sex is on your mind, because your mind has been destroyed by the vermin in Hollywood and the vermin in the news business who pump the garbage into your brain through the sewer pipes of the media and the sewer pipes of Hollywood, I'll talk about the sex scandal in Cartagena, and then maybe I'll bring you back to all the other scandals, which I point out in trickle-down tyranny, dummy, one after the other. Destroying the most advanced space program in the world, the most advanced the world had ever seen. This communist destroyed it with the stroke of a pen. He took out NASA. He put our astronauts on a Russian space shuttle. That is impeachable, what he did. But nothing. Major Nidal Hasan, Fort Hood massacre. He didn't occur under his watch, did it? But why hasn't Nidal Hasan been brought to trial? Why? Why is Obama covering this up? Why is Panetta covering this up? Why is Hassan being pushed aside? Why are you not hearing about the Fort Hood massacre? Because you're only caring about sex, 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 and some idiot in Hollywood with her boyfriend, him buying her an engagement ring for 10 days. Brad Pitt buys Angelina Jolie an engagement ring, and this is news. Is it no wonder we still have a nation, let alone that we have a nation at all, with this kind of idiocy in the media? 10 days, a PR story. That useless idiot actor buys that has-been, that over-the-hill has-been. Angela Jolie got an engagement ring. 10 days in the news. 10 days in the news. So all you care about is salacious material. That's how brain dead you are. You watch a bunch of uneducated goons over and over again with no talent, no education, and they're paraded before you like a movie star, like America's elite. And who does Obama have to the White House? Over and over again. Do I have to repeat to you the lowlifes that are invited into the White House? Al Sharpton in the National Day of Prayer inside the White House? Do I have to repeat what this man does to the nation's morals every day in the sense of breaking down our morale? Do I have to tell you what he has done to the military in this country? To the budget in this country? You don't want to hear it anymore. I wrote 300 pages with references. You don't want to hear. You don't want to read trickle-down tyranny. No, you don't want to read any of that. So we'll talk about the Secret Service story until eventually it seeps out to the general masses of idiots out there. The big blob called America. The big blob called America that stuffs itself with sugar and fat and salt and doesn't know whether it's even a human being anymore. The blob called America that is so drugged up it doesn't even understand what it is anymore. It has almost no human features left inside its soul from what the media has done to it. So we'll talk about what you want to hear about. Cartagena. You want to hear about the Columbia hooker scandal, Hookergate, because maybe that will awaken you in time to save you from what's coming next. Because if this tyrant-in-chief is elected again, Junior Doc will become Papa Doc as sure as I'm sitting here. And he's liable to eliminate term limits. He will be president for life. You say, come on, Savage, he couldn't do that. You don't even know what this man is doing by executive order. Every day he's signing executive orders, stealing more and more power. Every day this man smiles and behind the scenes, in the middle of the night, signs executive orders. And the Republicans sit there like punching bags, like dummies. And where's Romney? Find Waldo. Where's Waldo Romney? Where is he? Where is Romney? Where is Romney? Where is Romney? Who is Romney? What is Romney? Where is Romney? Who is Romney? Where is Romney? Where is Romney? How is Romney? Who is Romney? Find Waldo. Find Waldo. See what Waldo has to say about the Secret Service scandal. See what Waldo has to say about NASA. See what Waldo has to say about the Fort Hood massacre. See if you can get Waldo to say anything. See if you can find Waldo and Wallbanger. See, Waldo and Wallbanger are seen together very often.
7.